guys, welcome back to some more Black Ops 6, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 best weapons to use here in Season 1. Got the brand new map Citadel Day More that is about to come out in just under a week. Maybe if you're looking for a new loadout to run during that, or if you just want something to use until then, we definitely got you covered. Yes, I also definitely heard your suggestions from the last video, and a few of those made their way into the video today. Like I always tell you guys, this is no official list, but I guarantee you if there was one, this would probably be pretty damn close. With that, welcome on back to the channel, everybody. If y'all don't know, I'm Ghost. Appreciate everybody that stops by the video today. If you're into zombies content or anything that's Call of Duty, consider rocking the hell out of that like button for me. And subscribe to the channel, guys. We just hit our major goal of 25,000 subscribers, and we're now on the road to 26k, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the crazy support. It does honestly mean so much to me. To start this list off, we're going to be taking a look at a rifle that I actually misnamed in one of my previous videos. I called it the CRI C. It's now known as the CRI C. This was one of the weapons that we ended up getting with the Season 1 update, and this AR really doesn't play around, especially in zombies. Even up into the 30s, this rifle will carry you pretty well as long as you get this thing legendary triple packed. If you guys end up getting this blueprint out of the battle pass, a few of the attachments are actually bugged, so if you remove the optic, you'll still have the optic in game. I think the Treyarch actually said that they addressed this, but it's definitely still bugged. If this is an AR that you guys haven't tried yet in zombies, or if you haven't gotten it out of the battle pass, I would recommend doing so because this thing is actually pretty damn good. I'm gonna toss up the loadout up on the screen right here for anybody that wants to check it out. Coming in at number 9 is going to be a little ripper that actually surprised the living hell out of me. We're going to be taking a look at the new 9mm special weapon that we just ended up getting with the brand new hit list event. This weapon is supposed to be still locked, but there's a couple ways that we can use it. Number 1, you can buy the bundle out of the store, and that'll automatically unlock the blueprint for you. We can go over into zombies and equip this thing into our loadout without spending any money. All we're going to do is tab over to the 9mm special weapon, go over to blueprints, we're going to hit the right bumper, and then we're going to hit square. At least on PlayStation. On Xbox, it will be the X button. Doing this will automatically equip the 9mm into your loadout, and you can go into zombies and test it out. This thing absolutely shreds. Matter of fact, I even ended up taking this thing in to go solo Patient 13 on round 51, and it was really damn intense in here, especially with all the super spinners and everything, but this little SMG actually handled it really well. Yes, I know they call it a special weapon, but come on, we all know it's an SMG. This guy was definitely able to carry me up into the 40s, and that's when I finally had to start relying on like mutant injectors and stuff, but carrying me all the way up there and then dealing with this boss on round 51 was crazy, and definitely, I think if you guys haven't tried this thing yet, definitely do so. We got the loadout for the Sirin 9mm right here for anybody that wants to check it out. Coming in at number 8 is going to be another AR for you assault rifle lovers. We got the Model L. Personally, guys, out of all the assault rifles that we got in the game, this one is hands down my favorite. Not only is this AR just powerful as all hell and will carry you up into the 30s and 40s with no problem, but the recoil on this gun is just so easy to control, it's practically non-existent. There's definitely been some ARs that I thought I was gonna like a little bit more than this thing, kind of like the CRI, but ultimately I end up coming back to the Model L. I just absolutely love this AR. Ease of use that this assault rifle has is just gonna be really hard to beat. For me particularly, I'm not the biggest fan of ARs when it comes to this game. I'm a little bit more of an SMG, shotgun, maybe even pistol type of person. I definitely think that this gun deserves a spot on this list. If you want something that's just good and reliable to use, definitely check out the Model L. We're gonna toss up the loadout for this gun up on the screen right here. Coming in at number 7 is going to be the LR762 Sniper Rifle. Now, after you pack-a-punch this sniper rifle, it's got a pretty unique ability where it's actually gonna have explosive bullets now, so you're definitely gonna want to get PhD if you're rocking this thing. The really awesome thing about this sniper rifle is it just clears out hordes of zombies easily, and it's really good against bosses as well. Matter of fact, you can even one-shot those abominations if you got the right augments and loadout. As being primarily a solo player, I don't really run this thing very often, but I do have to admit, if I was to run in a squad, I think it would be smart for somebody to run this thing. I just think it does really well for crowd control. It is one of those guns that's just really fun to use. You can train up a bunch of these zombies, get them all in just a huge horde, and then explode them all. It does a pretty decent job at taking out these manglers pretty fast. He doesn't do too bad against Patient 13 either. Unfortunately, like most guns in this game, this thing starts to suffer around in the mid-30s. While this gun is really fun and it is good to use, we do have another gun on this list that has almost the same exact abilities that has a bunch of other better attributes. The major and biggest con to using this thing is that it is just a very heavy sniper rifle. Matter of fact, I think it is the heaviest of the sniper rifles. You will feel just a little bit slower and kind of weighed down. I think the fact that you can kind of blow up everything in your path kind of makes up for that a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and toss the loadout for the LR up on the screen right here. Coming in at number 6 is actually going to be another sniper rifle with another pack-a-punch ability, but this one is going to be the SVD. This guy actually turns into a shotgun sniper rifle hybrid hybrid after we end up pack-a-punching it, and it's really cool. It does act like a semi-auto shotgun more than a pump. You can't really pull the trigger as fast as you'd like to, but you can still end up pulling it pretty fast. This thing is just so good for taking out hordes of zombies and just hip firing away. If anything gets close to you, you can just hip fire and it's just automatically deleted. Now, if you actually do aim down sights, it still does kind of have its sniper rifle attributes, and you can really damage things from far away. If you're going up against manglers or other bosses, you can kind of do like this quick scoping action where you kind of like halfway ADS and you will take them out almost instantly. I don't think that this is one of the most powerful guns in the game, but I definitely think it's one of the most fun. It will have no problem carrying you up into the 30s or doing any of these quests or Easter eggs that you want to do. I will fully admit, using the SVD before you get it pack-a-punched is going to be a little bit rough. Maybe if you guys have been sleeping on the sniper rifles here in Black Ops 6, I would definitely recommend giving the SVD a try. I think that this is a weapon that a lot of people can definitely fall in love with, and it suits a lot of different playstyles. We're going to go ahead and toss the loadout for the SVD up on the screen right here. Coming in at number 5 is going to be another one of our brand new weapons that we just got with Season 1, and it's going to be the SOG. Actually, the dual akimbo SOGs to actually be a little bit more precise. When we first got this weapon, I ended up coming in here into zombies and trying it out, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty good, but I didn't really think it was anything special, so I had to go and fully level up this thing so I could get this akimbo attachment. I gotta admit, guys, holy hell, it was like a light switch just flicked. I mean, this thing is so good when you actually have the akimbo. I mean, these SMGs just absolutely shred through everything, and they're so easy to use. There's no aiming that's really required. You just point, shoot, and things die. Not only are these SMGs great for taking out like big hordes of zombies, but you can also take out zombies in the later rounds. You'll even see me take out an abomination here on like round 30 in just mere seconds. Ended up taking these SMGs all the way to round 51. Now granted, I ended up relying on traps and my score streaks and stuff when I was in like the 40s for these weapons to easily carry me up here without any sort of a struggle. I'm just running around having fun, feeling like I'm Doom guy. I'd say these things are definitely a little bit OP and should probably be in a spot in your rotation. Overall, I would say if you've unlocked the SOG, and maybe if you've only tried it with just the singular one in zombies, try the akimbo. I think once you do that, you will fall in love with this gun. But for the SOG is going to be up on the screen right here. Coming in at number 4 is going to be a weapon that I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed wasn't on my last list, so we definitely had to throw it here on this one. Honestly, deservedly so. We got the PP919, and this gun is an absolute beast here in zombies. Not only is this thing pretty powerful for an SMG, but if you got the extended mag on it after pack-punching, you're going to be sitting on 200 rounds before you have to reload, which is just kind of insane. You can practically shoot forever. Too many guns in this game that actually have a 200 round mag, unless you're looking at an LMG, and those things are kind of heavy and not so great. Don't get me wrong, one or two of the LMGs ain't too bad, but when you got so many other better options in this game, like this SMG here, it's just kind of, why would you pick that? For me, I really value mobility a lot in zombies, so when a weapon is really quick, it's snappy, and it doesn't really feel like it's weighing me down a lot, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. And this little SMG, honestly, it has LMG qualities with just being this little compact thing. If I can get all of those good qualities of the LMG but in the SMG form, that's the type of stuff I'm looking for, and I do believe that this gun here has those qualities to just get me a little bit bricked. I definitely know why now everybody was so upset that it wasn't in my last video, so it's definitely here today. I'm gonna toss up the loadout for the PP919 up on the screen right here for anybody that wants to check it out. Coming in at number 3 is going to be hands down my absolute favorite SMG in this game, and that's going to be the Tanto 22. What can I say about this gun? I honestly think that this gun is just absolutely amazing. I think that you can actually get pretty high up into the rounds without even upgrading this gun at all. Definitely makes it one of the best starting weapons. There's actually a challenge in this game to not leave the first spawn room until round 16. It says round 15, but you gotta get to round 16 before the challenge will actually complete. When you're doing that, you can't upgrade your weapon at all, and the Tanto was definitely the weapon that I wanted to use to do that. It's kind of crazy when an SMG that's not upgraded whatsoever can actually take out one of those abominations. There's a lot of guns in this game where you are really gonna feel like you are forced to upgrade the rarity, upgrade the pack-a-punch. These guns just seemingly fall off very quickly as the rounds progress, but for some reason the Tanto actually keeps up really well. It doesn't really feel like it struggles too much with actually just being powerful enough. It is until you get to about the 40s, and then it does kind of do a nosedive. I absolutely love this gun. I have soloed Patient 13 with it a couple of times now. This is a gun that I really don't see being talked about very much, so I don't see any changes coming to it in the near future. I think this is one I'm probably going to be rocking quite a bit, especially when we get that new map. Go ahead and toss up that loadout for the Tanto up on the screen. Now, coming in at number 2 is going to be the ASG shotgun. This gun is just an absolute beast and has been one of the best weapons to use here in Black Ops 6 Zombies ever since the launch. To be fully transparent, this shotgun has actually seen 2 nerfs since the launch of this game, and it's still incredibly good and probably better than most of the weapons that we got in here still. There will be 2 attachments in particular that will help you out with this shotgun a lot. First off, with Season 1, we just got the brand new Dragon's Breath attachment. This attachment is pretty damn cool because after we put on an ammo mod, like let's say we did Deadwire, we will not only be doing the electricity damage, but we'll also be doing that ticking fire damage as well. The Dragon's Breath is what I would recommend using, but if you guys don't have that, you can also toss on the rapid fire and that will help you out quite a bit as well. This shotgun is just so easy to use. It's just a hip fire monster. You can get rid of crowds of zombies really easily. Even after the nerf, I ended up just testing this thing out yesterday against Patient 13. It still handles him really well, if not better than most of the guns in the game still. In fact, I'm pretty confident that this gun will probably remain one of the best weapons in the game until Treyarch actually decides to fully nerf this thing into the absolute ground. If you guys do want to check out this shotgun before Treyarch decides to mess with it even more, we're going to toss up the loadout up on the screen right here. And coming in at our #1 spot and still reigning supreme here in Black Ops 6 Zombies, we have the Sally and Fourth, also known as the Mustang and Sally's. I'm sure most of you guys probably already know this. Just like the LR that we talked about previously, after we go ahead and pack-a-punch the GS-45 pistol, it's going to have explosive bullets. And these pistols absolutely do not mess around. Just like with the LR, you will need a PhD flopper because that splash damage definitely hurts. Now, I have been hearing over the last couple of days that people think that the Mustang and Sally's just received a secret nerf because they're just not hitting as hard as they were before. I gotta say, I kind of do feel it too. It doesn't really quite feel like the Sally and Fourth is really quite doing what they used to, but at the same time, if I'm being perfectly honest with you guys, I still think they're the best weapons in the game. Movement is really good with them. You can clear out hordes like they're absolutely no problem. You can go up to higher rounds with these things. They take out the bosses really easy. Amalgams, megas, banglers, even taking this thing in to go fight Patient 13. Whatever you really want to do in this game, these things can pretty much handle it. My biggest con with running the GS-45 pistols is that I find myself running out of ammo quite a bit and I'm constantly running over to the ammo station, but besides that, there's really not too many downsides I really got to these pistols. Unless you're going for strictly criticals, then that's a little bit of a different discussion. I don't think that Treyarch is going to want the GS-45s to be the absolute meta in Zombies forever, especially with the way that games work now. The meta changes all the time, but I would hope that Treyarch would actually want the Sally and Fourth to kind of become iconic like the previous Mustang and Sally's. If they eventually end up nerfing them completely into the ground where they kind of become useless, I don't think people are going to hold that same memory like we did with the Mustang and Sally's. I could still load up Black Ops 1 to this day and go pack-a-punch those pistols and have fun with the Mustang and Sally's, and with this one it would be a little bit different if it was like, do you remember what the Mustang and Sally's were like in Season 1? Yeah, it just wouldn't hit the same. Definitely come in here and try out these pistols before Treyarch decides to mess with them even more. Hopefully with Season 1 Reloaded we won't be seeing too many weapon balancing changes here in Zombies, but if we do, we definitely got you covered here on the channel. With that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. I do want to say happy Thanksgiving to anybody out there that is celebrating today. Be sure to spend some quality time with your loved ones, and if you can't do that, just do something nice for yourself. If you haven't called your mom or your dad or your best friend, whatever yet, this is your sign to go ahead and do so. Again, thank you guys all for the love and support. It does mean a lot to me. Please drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it, if you found it all informative. Subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.